Is it crazy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, treasure looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face.
Excuse me, don't put words into my mouth.
Whatever it is that will bring our military to disrepute, I said to hell
On
with it.
Core Digest,
I want to know why I should be believing them.
every weekday, we bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody has a right in Nigeria.
Where you are the judge.
Thank you so very much for staying with us. It's still Core Digest and Core TV News. And before we took the break, we were looking at a topic to lead and to follow, perfecting the rules, seeing how followers can engage the leaders to lead them well. And now our phone lines are open for you to call in to give your question, your contribution on the show, as you are also a part of governance, and also you have the right to determine what the leader should do as a means of governing you or leading you to where he wants you to be, especially as we look forward to a new Nigeria where we could safely call our home. And now, as we move on now, recently in the news, we see cases of migration coming up day in, day out, and the risk people take to migrate out of the country to greener pastures. Now, the question is that why is it really on the rise at this time?
It's because of the uncertainty in the environment.
Oh, let me cut you short. We have a caller now. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is John.
Okay, your name is John. John, calling from where?
I am calling from Ojo.
Ojo. All right. John, could you speak a little bit louder so we could hear you?
Yeah, I want.
Hello?
I
Hello?
want to be a part of the program.
All right.
And my contribution is very brief. You see, watching people talk the way they talk about this country, which is obviously nothing but the truth, angers the common man. Because the situation where you live in a country that's so endowed, and yet the common struggling man cannot afford to put a food on the table. It is so provocative. And I want to believe that God, in His infinite mercy, will use our president to correct the wrongs of this country. That's my contribution.
All right. Thank you very much, John, for calling. All right. You were going to comment on...
Yeah, he just mentioned something. When you find yourself in a society that living is so difficult, then you start looking out through the windows to find we are all wired by God to live. And your environment should support you to live. When that environment begins to, clamp down on you, you want to resist it. And you start looking at other communities and people begin to migrate. So the aspect of the desperation involved has to do with the desperation of the need of survival. And like he said, shockingly to us, some of us go out and see things. There are people in this country that is so blessed that can afford to spend 1 million naira to buy a bottle of champagne. And there are people in this country who lose children because they cannot pay 3,000 naira in the hospital. So you now begin to ask yourself that what exactly is going on. So, and of course, human beings are mobile in nature. We all like good things. And any society that offers that good thing, you want to migrate to that society.
Okay.
So.
Let me continue. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Could you speak a little bit louder? We could hardly hear you.
Okay, good morning. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Okay, Matthew from Benway. Patrick, okay. I can hardly hear you, Patrick. Could you speak a little bit louder?
Okay, I will.
All right, so go ahead with your question, your contribution.
The gentleman and the lady there, very well. I appreciate them.
Mm.
Number two, this thing is not done by magic. It's passed down, designed the system they wanted, and it started into the life of their people. I went to the village, is like this people. And for a while, we are taught how to live and think as soldiers. We don't have such a system in Nigeria at all. Nigeria is more of a job with educated people that are not educated. We all know this thing, we all travel abroad, but nobody can bring this thing back home and say, okay, let me see the difference that we are experiencing for. So let us start from the cradle. The president that we have now can do so much. The corruption and every issue of national life must start from the cradle. We must teach our children. A lot of our children don't know what is the zebra crossing. And today, if you stand on the zebra crossing, the driver will knock you down. We must begin from the cradle. And if we begin to do that, with this movement, we will push forward and we continue along this line. Maybe the next 20, 30 years, we'll have a perfect country. As described by my sister, who said, they have never been so blessed by anybody like this. She has blessed me, of course. I haven't been any out of the short like the president. I also said that I am seeing myself in England already. And I am hoping that this is what we should also have. We have every resources to do this. That we must start for the cradle. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. And like I said, a lot of people see Nigeria as a jungle where a whole lot of things go wrong. But the question is that are the followers not being the one causing their problem? Because take for example, sometimes you see on the pages of newspaper when someone becomes the council of the community, you see followers giving congratulatory messages, and the question is, couldn't a text have done that? Or couldn't a phone call to the person? Why?
How many people can afford the congratulatory messages? They're the stakeholders. Those are the people reminding them, I've invested in you. So now you're in. Look, this is my, remember that I did this advert. In addition to the funds I gave you during the campaign. If that wasn't the ordinary people. The ordinary people were the ones that they went to in their communities to ensure that they voted and went out to campaign to their other family members and ensure that they voted. And after the votes, they shut their big farm doors in their faces. And then they start, avoiding them. The community is no longer enabling for me to live in. They're disturbing me too much and all of those stories. That's the ordinary people. So you have different strata of stakeholders around the politicians. But I also know, because we do a lot of work with the State Assembly of Lagos State especially, on the fact that, in participatory governance, in representation, you must have a constituency office. You must be able to go back to your people and give them feedback on what is happening. Hear their opinions on key issues as well before you go voting or, signing anything at the assemblies. And it's true that they also bombard these people with their needs. My daughter is getting married. My child is in the hospital.
Different offices.
But in as much as we want to stay on those particular issues, if I'm a lawmaker and I say my mandate in this 4 years of me being in the House is going to be about job creation, and I'm going to make policies. I'm going to make laws. I'm going to fight for laws that would ensure the rights of the people to jobs. Then I don't leave it at that. During my oversight functions, I'm ensuring that I'm monitoring what the government is doing with the budget that I've been a part of. When the budget comes
let me cut you short. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Tunde, calling from Lagos.
Okay, Tunde from Lagos. Go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank the moderators there. They are doing a very good job.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you also for answering this program.
Thank you.
You see, the problem we have in Nigeria is these looters, unless and until they shut all these looters publicly like we did in Ghana, Nigeria will never and can never move forward. God bless Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
No, well, I guess that's what the president is doing by shutting the looters. Is he really winning the war?
Like we all know, resources are meant for some specific assignment, either to create wealth or create poverty for the people. And if you don't use it to enable the environment for people to operate, we are so large a society, but not so large. She said something. What people are asking the government for, they are so marginal. Let me tell you something that happened recently. A lady delivered a baby, and the baby had complications, and she was taken to a public hospital in Lagos. If not because of the contacts we had, that baby would have died. And when I was talking to a doctor that, please help me on this case, what the doctor told me? That a baby, a new child, that should be the responsibility of the government. That is what we expect. You see, and yet, in the same society, you see your councillor or your local government chairman going in a convoy of vehicles worth about 85 million naira. And if you look at the stampeding to get into the political offices recently, it has become a high-yield investment area, not a governance environment. So except you now stop the mill, and I am suggesting something again, and I'm anchoring that on the legislatures. What about if in this country, if you are contesting any political office, the law says if you are sick, you cannot be taken outside the country for treatment. Your children must attend public schools from primary to university. Make laws that will not enable them to run away from the country. Then they will develop the country. Let me bring our minds back to the days of...
Hello, good morning. Please turn down the volume of your TV set. Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Aminu Kano.
All right, Aminu Kano. From Kano, obviously. All right. Yes. So tell us your name and where you calling. Oh, sorry. Go ahead with your contribution.
Yes, my contribution is that we should first of all forget about money into politics. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
We should just forget about money before going into politics. Let us take a standard. If somebody is going into any post, let us think, what has he done to the society? And what society are they going to benefit from what he has done or what he is going to do? We take that one first before allowing any other person to join politics. Because you cannot expect somebody to go and sell his house, sell some of his friends, to put the money into politics, and you should not allow him to return that money back. In Nigeria, that is what is happening. Somebody can go and sell so many things, put it into politics. When he put it, he's expecting that money to come back. After that, he's expecting another money to add to that. Even when he left office, he can be able to gain more than what he spent. The second one, like we have Aminu Kano, Awolu, Zik, and others. They have done so many things for Nigerians. But what are their family benefiting from what they have done? Their family are left out. They are not doing, Nigerians are not doing anything in respect of what those people did to Nigerians. Look at it, they left behind. But those that mislead Nigerians, steal our money, spoil the country, there are people still advising so many people in Nigeria. There are people who can talk into the politics. They will say, we like this, they don't like that. So how can you think Nigeria can move forward with this kind of people? At least those that did good to Nigeria, they should read from what they did. Those that mislead the Nigeria, they should read what they did. But these two things that is happening, that is what is disturbing Nigerians, honestly. We are not respecting those that did good. We are only respecting those that misuse our resources. Steal our money, take them abroad, build house, buy hotels. You can imagine somebody from Nigeria can buy a lot of houses outside while he's here. He only is paying people there now. Those that work in his house in London, he's paying them salary every month. One Nigerian are here dying of hunger. People cannot spend 10 hours to go to the hospital. They don't have. This is very, very unfortunate to Nigerians. Nigerians need to take this very, very serious. So my name is Aminu Kano. I'm not from Niger. I'm from Kano.
Yeah.
Idwan Pola, Omotola Idol. So thank these two gentlemen for
Thank
their
you.
contribution. Honestly, I'm really, really great. I'm always trying to be with this program every day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aminu Kano. Thank you very much. All right, Aminu said quite a lot, saying that Nigerians tend to praise those who have even looted them more than those who have done some things that are quite sacrificing. And you know, I read a feature on the Punch newspaper yesterday, and it got me really sad, about a professor of literature who spent all of his years teaching and how he ended up. And so the question is, does the society really rewards good people?
You know, that is what we are saying now. You know, in some advanced countries, you know that by the time you work and get to a certain age, there are things you benefit from the same society. But it's not the same here. We have issues. Look at the police pension scam. What is the meaning of pension? Those who have served the country, they have retired, they just give them stipend to survive. And yet some people grab the pension and place it in some banks. They earn interest, no fear of God, and these pensioners, they die one after the other with such a seared conscience. And if you now suddenly find yourself in such a society, as you start...
Let me cut you short there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Mr. Hugo Wilfred.
Okay.
Hugo Wilfred, calling from Ghana.
Okay, Hugo Wilfred from Ghana. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, actually, I've been trying to reach this line long time.
Okay.
Towards our President Buhari. What I have to say is that actually, some of these politicians, when he was campaigning, he told us categorically that the graduates, that he is going to pay us 5,000 naira. I follow it completely. And I buy the idea, thinking that when he goes, that he will go away to create a long way to create a job for us, to have something doing, so that we come back to Nigeria rather than schooling in Ghana without coming back. And also the city secretary, that was denying that Buhari didn't say one thing or the other. It's uncalled for. In fact, I am advising him that he should be mindful of what he's saying. Because being a publicity secretary, and he cannot even draw attention of the president to some of the promises that they have made in order to bring them into power. I think all these things is telling that they are not stable. And when one is not stable, I don't think there is something that person can achieve. And I'm also saying that they should endeavor to tell us that they are corrupt. Because if you are not corrupt, I don't see how you can get somebody who is corrupt and put the person in change. They should just tell us that they are corrupt and they have repented, so that we use the knowledge that they have as the corrupt people to correct the ones who are corrupt. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You want to?
You see, so if you know that after serving your country in court, you are left in the dark, then the tendency may be for that person to say, okay, let me steal and secure my future. All right, you know, we talk to young ones at seminars. In a particular gathering, we ask the ladies, oh, who would you like to become when you grow up? And you'll be shocked. Many of them say, first lady. And you know the meaning of that. So you're not hearing people saying, I want to be a teacher, or I want to be a this. You know, first lady. Young ones are gravitating, oh, if I can just get to the National Assembly, if I can just be a politician. Why? Money. We should de-emphasize the role of money. Money is a substance that should be expended to develop structures that will support growth and development. It's not an oppressive thing. But you see in our society how some people throw around the money. You can see during the political campaigns, they will come.
It was a battle of who has more.
Exactly, use all the billboards and stuff like that, going from one nook and cranny, depositing money here, dollars and everything. You see, but if you ask me, all those funds, they have gone into the wrong channels. And that is why when they win this...
that is what the people want to see. Because I monitored the elections because I was at a particular state covering the governorship elections. And people were naturally swayed to a governor that had more cars on his convoy, campaigning, the person that had the very flashy, luxurious vehicles. And like someone said recently that Nigerians deserve the leaders they have.
I'm of that belief myself that Nigerians deserve the leaders that they have. I always say that, but over time I think I've been enlightened, in the sense that ignorance prevails because, like you said, the leaders and the representatives, they do know how to play the mind game on the people. I've just told you of a scenario of someone attempting to even try and start doing their own businesses, and they can't survive. So you've left them to be dependent on someone. So now that could be anybody in society, including the politicians. That's when you hear, oh, it's better I get this cup of rice. That's my own dividends of democracy, rather than holding them accountable. We do a lot of programs saying that it's not only on the government side, it's both the demand and the supply that needs to be working together. You can't get people out of their daily trading to go and be participating in governments because they feel for them that this is all I have. Let them do what they are doing. So does a leader...
Should that be the case?
That's the next question. A leader should then look and see into the mindset of people, a genuine leader, and say, I'm going to change this mindset because we have to be accountable. It's a deliberate submission of your will to be a leader and to lead in a society. That means, it's about the sustainable decision you're making, not necessarily the now. And that is why you're saying, when you tell your child, wash your hands before you eat, you won't say because the child didn't wash it yesterday, because the child does not believe that, it's not convenient, and you leave the child to then not eat without washing their hands. You say it today, you say it tomorrow, the child grows on it and understands why. I remember when the Ebola incident happened, and all of them now started appreciating, and I'm washing my hands now. I'm like, no, I've always told you, now don't even wash those hands. Because I was always telling you, wash your hands before the Ebola crisis came, and you thought it was a luxury. Now you're even now wasting my water washing your hands. But that's the sort of thing. You don't just say because the people have said this, we'll leave them. Because you should always think of the long-term impact, and that's governance. You're also measuring. And don't forget that the leader also sets the direction of where the society is going. Like we mentioned, the Asian tigers, they actually shut down their borders and said no importation, no importation is coming in, right? You're not bringing in goods, so it's a lockdown on the economy. Let us use our manpower from here. Let us use. By the time the government says,
hello. Let me continue. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. From pt2.
All right, your name, please.
My name is Michael.
Michael, very briefly, Michael. Time is really not on our side. I said, yes, Michael. I said, give your contribution in just 60 seconds. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Michael. I can hear you.
Yeah, my contribution to this. Anyway, the program is a laudable program. Hello, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. Thank you, Michael. Go ahead.
The program that is going on the Court TV is a very laudable program.
Okay.
Yeah, the solution, I think, to my own side, the solution to this kind of problem is we that can decide on that. For example, for me, it the other time when Fayemi came to it, he started receiving us as a friend of Obama, is a friend to U.S. President, a lot of people living outside of Nigeria. After all, this is a man that has never controlled a bakery, chocolate, of pure water factory or whatever. So I want this man to go to the government he finished all the money, all the assets. You understand? So, meanwhile, it is better to decide to vote for the people that we know by especially the local person, and that they even know our problems. That is the solution. Because by the time we believe on somebody that lives in US, when they always, as usual, they normally come to everywhere and started to tell that they live in US, they live in Canada, they live in Ghana. After all, they don't have knowledge. Like what my brother has been saying, in fact, is a person with a better experience. That such person is the person that's supposed to be in the heads of affairs in this country, because they are the people that know the problem of the grassroots. Now, like I was saying now, it's a man that we, for example, before he decides to obtain loan, whatever, he called all the civil servants to confirm, okay, they are not going to do something to collect that loan from President Buhari. It is your wish is my command. That is what he told everybody in Ekiti. So I'm so surprised when some people out there living in Lagos or in Abuja say rubbish about policy. This is a man that knows the problem of the grassroots.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution. All right, we want to round off now. You know, the topic says to lead and to follow, perfecting the role. So as we move ahead towards the new dispensation, how best could we perfect our roles? The followers know what to do, the leaders know what to do to ensure that we have
I think the toll is more on the part of the leader now. And I will recommend the book From Third World to First World by Lee Kuan Yew. What that leader did was to assess the situation of Singapore at that point in time, which was in serious poverty, and said, where can we be in years to come and how do we get there? The vision is where we are going. The mission is how do we get there. And of course, I believe that we have enough criticisms gathered together in Nigeria to give direction to any meaningful leader who wants to, reposition us. We are a great nation already, but we need to put some things. And the leader we have now should not be sentimental, like my sister rightly said. Leadership is not emotional. It is deliberate. And I believe that if things are done in sincerity of purpose, in recent times, very sooner than we expect, you see a brand new set of followers. The followers have entrusted leaders with power because we cannot all just come and begin to make things happen. So you have to give us direction. Like in an aircraft, we all sit down, but it's the pilot's business to fly the aircraft. So let our leaders move us in the right direction, curb what has brought us to this mess, and chart a new course of life. And God will help us. Nigeria is great. We shall shine and arise.
All right, Abimbola.
Well, I would just say that, the followers are already following, either good or bad, that a leader directs. What we have in our society today is, because of the leaders we've had, and the followers are following. When a leader realizes that its greatest asset is the people, not necessarily the money in the bank or, the oil, it's the people, the quality of the people you have, then they would understand that looting is just a very small way of remaining small. So I would just say to them, maximize the people, invest in the people, leave a legacy. It's an opportunity for you to leave a legacy. It's already becoming an old space to say I have 20 houses. It's boring. I have 20 houses, I have 20 cars. Build 20 people, build 20,000 people, and that's legacy.
All right. Thank you very much, Abimbola and Jide Ologun, for being on the show today.
Thank you, and thank God.
Yeah, and thank you too for being a part of the show. Of course, I want to believe that you've learned a lot from what the guests on the program today have said, and it's for us to take into use. Like somebody would say that the leader also comes out from the follower. So if you know all of these things now, whenever you get the opportunity to be in a position of leadership, you should make the right decision and lead well, because a whole lot of people are banking on you to lead them aright and of course to succeed as a leader. My name is Omota Yualo. Thank you very much once again. Bye for now.
You can now watch Core TV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to Core TV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website.
and Facebook. Click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click Core TV, leave a space, then news. Core TV News, a 24-hour news station.